The lady from Uncle. The lady.
So let's actually look at this report a suspected channel hack to our support team form. This is the form that you can only access if you have regained access to your hacked Google account and are able to sign in to the owner Google account, the Google account with which you own the Hijacked YouTube channel, or B, YouTube have already whitelisted you for 48 hours for access to this particular form. So this is the form that is quite lengthy, and the first thing that you will notice is that it tells you that you're currently signed in as, and then it'll show you the email address of the Google account that you're signed into. So that may not be the owner Google account, because if you don't have access to it, obviously you can't be signed into it. Then if we scroll down, you will see that it asks you for your first and last name, and bear in mind that asterisks are mandatory fields, so any field that has an asterisk after it is a mandatory field. You have to fill it in. Bear in mind also that the Google account with which you own your YouTube channel, your Hijacked YouTube channel, may not use your real first and last name, or you may have changed your name, etc. So you be very careful that you do enter the correct information. If you do not, YouTube are unlikely to be able to support you further. Then it wants to know details about your YouTube channel and unusual activity that you've observed. So this is quite an important section. And in this section, the channel ID, again, a mandatory field, is absolutely crucial. And there is a video on how to do that, and I'll give you the link in the video description below for that. But I'm also going to walk you through it. So here I am on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is still visible, so that's a good thing. And I'm going to click on the ... more next to my little blurb. Clicking on that brings up the pop-up, and if I scroll right down to the bottom of the pop-up, it says share channel, and clicking on that, it gives me the option to copy the channel ID. So that's what you need to do. You need to go to your YouTube channel, and I would urge that you do this quite quickly, because it could be that the hijacker or the hacker wants to delete your YouTube channel, or may do something that gets your YouTube channel terminated. And you may struggle to find the channel ID if your YouTube channel is no longer visible. So copy the channel ID and then paste it into that field, into this field here. Now the @handle, again, that's a little simpler, because obviously that'll be one that you've given your YouTube channel. In my case, it's simply @TLFU, and you'll also see it in the address bar, the URL bar at the top of the YouTube channel. Are you currently signed into the primary email address? With primary, they actually mean owner Google account's email address. So bear that in mind. If that Google account is still hacked, you would have to tell them that no, you're not. And then it wants to know whether you have a recovery email address and or phone number set up for your hacked Google account. It's a little bit tricky, because obviously if you've lost access to your Google account because the hacker changed your recovery email address and your recovery phone number, or added their own, your answer is not what does the hacker have. You are supposed to answer what it is that you had. Okay? So if the hacker has set up recovery options and you didn't have any, then you would have to say no, because the recovery options that the hacker set up are not yours. Okay, so that's the other thing. And the next one here is an interesting one, because that is for YouTube to understand at what point your YouTube channel got hacked. So let's say the hacker live streams a video, and that gets your YouTube channel terminated, but you share the URL of a video that you uploaded of your cat climbing a tree, for example. If you give them that URL, the URL of the video that you uploaded last, then that sets your actions apart from the hacker's actions. Are you part of the YouTube Partnership Program? Yes or no? Where and how you access your YouTube channel. Now, this is information asking about your usual activity. So give them the details of the devices that you normally use, bearing in mind that if you factory reset your phone, it may not be as obvious to YouTube. Give them as much information here as possible. Did you access or sign into your YouTube channel from a different location or devices in the last 9 months? Again, this is information that lets YouTube know which is you and which is the hacker, because it's the last 9 months that they're looking at. So they need to know at what point the hacker signed in and what is actually your activity. So let's say that you went on holiday to France and you signed in on a friend's computer. You don't normally do that, but that is not the hacker's activity, that's yours. So be sure to let them know. Your IP address, again, it tells you how to get hold of information like that. And then it wants to know a little bit more about the hacking incident itself. Please describe the series of events that you observed leading up to the incident. Be brief, but be detailed. For example, one of the most obvious ones is you managed to see that somebody was trying to reset your password, and you could see that you were still signed in on one of your devices, and you could see device activity. It could be that the hacker live streamed and your YouTube channel got terminated. That is activity that is, that you might have witnessed. And then obviously you're going to be asked, did you give access to or share the password to your YouTube channel or Google account with anyone? It is really important that you understand that not all events that you perceive as hackings, because it's a third party taking control without your consent, are in fact real hackings. Because if you give somebody access to your Google account, you are giving them permission to act as you, and they are not a hacker. They are just somebody who you trusted not to do what they did do. So again, this is really important. I know it's a little bit late in the day, but bear in mind for future reference, never, ever, ever give access to your Google account to anyone. Do not leave yourself signed in on shared devices. Do not give your password to anyone who asks for it. Google and YouTube will never ask for your password. Okay, so anybody who says that they need to do something in your Google account or YouTube channel and they need your password, don't give it to them, please. We're getting to the end of the form here now. When do you think you were hacked? Obviously, if you don't have an exact date, give the closest date that you can give. Do you use a VPN for your sort of a virtual browser? Again, it's to find out what is your activity and what is the hacker's activity. Did you get any emails or click on any links for channel sponsors or advertising requests before you observed the suspicious activity on your YouTube channel? Yes or no? Again, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We are always told never ever click on links unless you know the person and you trust them. But you shouldn't really be clicking on any links, because you don't know, the other person might not realize that there is a virus attached to the link that they sent you, or they forwarded it from somebody else. Did you recently download any software provided by brands or potential sponsors? Again, yes or no. Ideally, you do not want to download anything that you cannot absolutely guarantee is exactly what it says it is, and that you know what you're doing. If you need to click on any links or you're being asked to go to a particular site, please, please, please enter the email address yourself and go to the website directly. Do not use the link that provided. Again, this is all just for Google account security, because at the end of the day, your YouTube channel, if you're looking at channel sponsors, you've got a valuable YouTube channel that hijackers want, and therefore you really do need to protect it as best you can. If you have any visual information, screenshots and other files for additional information, then you can upload that here. And you then agree to the following statements. And read through this, please. It's really important that you understand that not all hijackings can be reversed. The team do their utmost, but of course it relies very much on you being able to supply the information that they need to work with. And then please submit it. If you haven't completed the information, you will actually be told what fields you have to complete the information in, and then once you've done that, you can submit it. Hopefully this helps, and I wish you all the best with it. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.